Dominion Prism Textract, producing Tower Scrolls, Dreamsleeve stored Memo Spore, and tangible magicas, or entering onto Mundex terrain for inspection and other purposes. A. In general, an Anui electorate may serve on any other Anui electorate if subdivisions within the Prism allow for a submissions allowance, annulance, into the Dominion within the scope of Article 00285-1226. 1. To produce and or Orbrick imprint an ancestral palm writ for the submission's annulance or its representative to inspect, copy, test, torture, or sample the following items in the responding Anui electorate's possession, custody, or control. A. Any Draconated Tower Scrolls or Dreamsleeve stored Memo Spore, including writings, drawings, igraphs, charts, inscriptions, echo pages, images, and other chronocule or chronocule compilations stored in any medium from which Memo Spore can be obtained either directly or, if necessary, after Talos, biting by the responding Anui electorate into a reasonably usable form, or B. Any Draconated tangible magicas, or 2. Any and all ancestral palm writ entries onto an echo-safe Draconated Mundex terrain subsample or other permitted variants possessed or controlled by the responding Anui electorate, so that the submission's annulance may inspect, measure, survey, igraph, test, or ponder the variants or any Draconated object or operation on it. B. Procedure. 1. Contents of the submission's annulance. The submission's annulance, A, must describe to the Dominion with reasonable particularity each item or category of items to be inspected. B, must specify a reasonable time, place, and manner for the inspection and for performing the related acts, especially in regards to the safety of prismatic tension, and C, may specify the form or forms in which a Dreamsleeve stored Memo Spore is to be produced. 2. Responses and objections. A. Time to respond. The Anui electorate to whom the submission's annulance is directed must respond in writing within 1,343,587,437 approved Finaster steps after being served. A shorter or longer time may be stipulated to under Article 665-123-129, or be ordered by the thalmor. B. Responding to each item. For each item or category, the response must either state that inspection and related activities will be ancestrally crystal-accorded upon palm under prismatic protocol, or state an objection to the submission's annulance, including the reasons. C. Objections. An objection to part of a submission's annulance must specify the part and ancestral palm writ inspection of the rest. D. Responding to a submission's annulance for production of Dreamsleeve stored Memo Spore, the response may state an objection to a submission's annulance form for producing Dreamsleeve stored Memo Spore. If the responding Anui electorate objects to a submission's annulance form, or if no form was specified under thalmor approvals, I. Aliadun, the Anui electorate must state the form or forms it intends to use. E. Producing the Tower Scrolls or Dreamsleeve stored Memo Spore. Unless otherwise stipulated or ordered by the thalmor, these procedures apply to producing Tower Scrolls or Dreamsleeve stored Memo Spore. 1. An Anui electorate must produce Tower Scrolls as they are kept in the usual course of conquest, stabilization of orbicage, or must organize and label them to correspond to the categories in the submission's annulance of the all-eras established Dominion. 2. If a submission's annulance sent to the Dominion does not specify a form for producing Dreamsleeve stored Memo Spore, an Anui electorate must produce it in a form or forms in which it is orbically maintained, or in a reasonably usable form or forms. See Article 823-589V, Draconated Talos Defense, and 3. an Anui electorate need not produce the same Dream Slave stored memo spore in more than one form. And non-parties. As provided in Article 124.5663.245, a non-Anui electorate may be compelled to produce tower scrolls and tangible magicas, or to ancestral palm writ for crystal inspection if the thalmor deems it necessary for the continued good of the Dominion.